So yeah, welcome everyone to our event today. We have 90 minutes. Sounds like a lot, but actually it is not. And we have quite a tight agenda with 4 amazing speakers today. We will be talking about PMO Community, new PMO Practice Guide. And we hope that you would find interesting insights here. Plus, if you haven't read the PMO Practice Guide yet, it will be, like your like this event would be a facilitator for you to start looking into that, and it will be no stranger for you in future. Please let me know if you can see my screen, like this entire presentation sharing, the whole like entire image.
Yes, we see.
Great. As for Q&A, I will definitely share that screen so you will have this this passcode. No worries about that. And in terms of the agenda, so how is this structured today? First, there will be an introduction into the global PMO community and its role by America Pinto. After that, we have up to 5 minutes of Q&A session. And the next slide will be about how this Q&A works. So we're using Slido today, quite easy. Just grab your phone and tap the QR code or enter the link which is in the chat. After that, we will be talking about global PMO awards, and we will delve into Ukrainian success stories. Yola Nikolaeva will guide us through that. Natalia Slinko will share about the PMO value, so we can understand it better. Victoria Honcharova will dive into PMO practice guide key insights, and in the end, we also have like this small Q&A session. Again, our schedule, our agenda is quite packed for today, and we encourage you to vote for the questions you like the most. So there is a chance for those to get answered. Or if those, are voted quite heavily, we don't have too much time, we will make sure that those are answered, and all the participants here will know the answers, but those might be shared in written. So here's the passcode. Let me, oh my God, 1 second. I will not be able, unfortunately, to copy it, but let me type it into the chat while I'm sharing my screen. Passcode is HF6NQT. Please join. Oh, thank you, Dmitry, for entering it as well. Please join. And for the session that America would be driving, please add those questions, like, for example, for America, so it will be easy to distinguish them and then others, and it will be easy, to understand that you want specifically, for America to answer it. So let's start with our first item in the agenda, the global PMO community and its role. And it is to be presented by Americon, a global recognized thought leader in project management offices. We are truly honored to have you here. America serves as the managing director of the PMO Global Alliance, PMOGA, the PMI's global PMO community. With over 2 decades of experience, he has been shaping global PMO best practices and driving key initiatives, including the PMI PMO Practice Guide and the evolution of the PMO Value Ring Framework. So here, I will stop sharing my screen, and America, the stage is yours.
Yes. Hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. Thank you very much, PMI Ukraine Chapter, for inviting me. So I don't know how much all of you are aware about PMO Global Alliance, PMOGA, but I will give you a quick overview about who we are and what we are doing, and especially how we can establish many interesting opportunities for our members, for our partners like chapters, for example. PMI Ukraine, by the way, is a chapter for a long time, a partner for a long time. So I will have a chance to share some information with you. If you have any additional questions, you feel free to ask or to keep in touch with me as you prefer. Okay, so to start, actually, let me tell you a little about about PMOGA. PMO Global Alliance was an independent organization that was founded in 2017 by me. And then uh, PMOGA grew a lot over 6-7 years. So in 2023, PMI came and we decided to join PMI. And PMI acquired PMOGA and we became the PMI's community of PMOs. So actually, PMOGA as an independent organization no longer exists. PMOGA is the name of the PMI's global PMO community, right? So I still lead this community as part of the senior leadership team at PMI. So now I'm a PMI employee working to consolidate PMOGA as the home of PMO professionals at PMI, right? PMI today is focused on project professionals, and no doubt that PMO leaders, PMO professionals, they are also project professionals, but with a very, very different role, I could say. So the life of a PMO professional is very different from the life of a project manager. And that's why this specific community for PMO professionals make all sense, because we have our all challenges, all our needs, all perspectives on how PMOs should work. So this way we can work together, collaborate, and create great things that can support all the worldwide community as a whole. Okay, so let me tell you a little more about what we do. So when we were acquired by PMI, we already had many projects, right? Some projects, some products, some initiatives, some of them very well known, right? And I will list to you all of them now very quickly. So at our website, that is pmoga.pmi.org, you can find more information, or you can keep in touch and I will be happy to clarify any point. But basically, we have our certification. This certification is a new one because we had the legacy certification that was named only PMOCP, PMO Certified Practitioner. This new one, PMO Certified Professional, was launched last February by PMI, and now it's fully aligned with the gold standard PMI certifications. So it's definitely the most important reference for anyone that works with a PMO today. We already have some people here with us that are certified, like Natalia, right? So actually, we have many people, by the way, certified in Ukraine. So as I said, our relationship with Ukraine didn't started yesterday, right? It's quite long. I've already had a chance to visit Kyiv one time, and I had a great time. So, connection, we have our online community platform. I will share with you how you can access it. This is something very important because at this platform, you can find a lot of resources and you can find our regional communities. I will tell you a little about that. We have events, for example, the PMO Uncon. Uncon means unconference. So it's not a traditional conference, it's an unconference. I don't know how much you are aware about this idea, but basically we don't have speakers. The stars, they are in the audience. So it's something very focused on discussions, on knowledge sharing, experience sharing. It's a very interesting experience. Last year, we had this conference in Istanbul, 2 years ago in Paris, and this year and next year we are starting with regional series. So the first one will be in the US, in San Diego in October, and Europe should be in March or April. We are still defining the city, but it should happen in March or April 2026. I hope I can meet you there. We have learning, like online courses, masterminds. We have tools, PMI Infinity that you certainly know, the AI, PMI's AI platform. Today, reflects everything that we brought to PMI, like the new PMI PMO Practice Guide. So it means that if you ask questions, PMI Infinity will answer your questions based on all this content that we've been created in the last years. We have thought leadership, many reports. There will be one in the second semester named Most Influential PMOs. That is something really, really interesting. We have our awards. The PMO Global Awards was created by PMOGA. Now it became part of the PMI awards program. So it's the PMO category. But Ukraine, by the way, in all the editions had a great performance and already won the European PMO of the Year award a couple of years ago. So Ukraine is always very well represented, right, at this competition. Innovation, for example, in the second semester, we have the Global Hackathon that is really interesting and focused on innovation. We have the PMOJ Regional Hubs. Regional hubs, as the name can clarify, they are regional, they are led by volunteers, and they work in collaboration with our PMI chapters to develop the PMO community regionally. So there are many interesting opportunities around these hubs. Usually they are also available on PMI's VP, the Volunteer Engagement Platform at PMI.org. But we have basically some projects that they are global projects, but deployed regionally. So if we have time, I can clarify some specific questions about that. We have publications like the new PMI PMO Practice Guide, the first publication of PMI in this topic. And we have research like the new PMO Value Ring framework. That is something that we brought from the legacy PMOGA. It was improved, expanded, and now it's the heart of the PMI PMO Practice Guide. So these are some of our initiatives. We have more than that, but all of them generate great value for the community, for PMI members, and especially volunteer opportunities, because of course, everything is developed with our community. This is the PMO Practice Guide that I told you. If you are a PMI member, you can download it for free. It's really, really interesting. It brings a very interesting perspective of future PMO. So I have no doubt that what we have here will shape the future of PMOs, and it was totally developed by PMO leaders around the world. By the way, we have some people from Ukraine too. This is the heart of the ring. As I told you, we have a framework behind the heart of the guide. We have a framework behind the guide. This is the PMO Value Ring framework, and it has basically 5 structures. I won't cover all of them here, but you can find easily some specific lectures about that on YouTube and on our online community platform. So basically, we have the organizational baseline elements and some other items. The value generating PMO Flywheel is something really, really interesting. I'm sure that you will find a lot of valuable information, and everything spin around the PMO customer, because this is a model for a value-driven, customer-centric PMO. Many details you can find at the guide, assessments and practices, how you can use it. But what you have to remember is this guide won't tell you how your PMO should be. Like, oh, this is the ideal type or model of PMO. No. And why? Because PMOs are different. They should be different. Each company has different needs, different pains. So what we have to do is create solutions that can fit to these different needs and expectations. So that's what you'll find in this guide. This guide will let you to design, redesign, operate, and improve PMOs, but a PMO that makes sense for you, for your company, for your customers. So it's really, really interesting, and I recommend that you take a look on this material. As I said, we have the certification. The certification is connected with the guide, because the guide is the main reference to get certified. So today you can learn more about that at PMI.org. And we have our regional hubs, as I said. The regional hubs, they serve 8 different regions. So they are not like chapters. We have more chapters. Actually, we have only 8 regions and 1 region for Europe. So in this regional hub for Europe, we have some volunteers from different countries. They participate together to work on the development of the PMO community, as I said, in collaboration, close collaboration with many chapters across their specific regions. Uh, and finally, the online community platform. This is the website you can join. When you join, you will find our hubs because the platform is the home of our hubs. So you can join Europe Hub or any other hub that you want, and you can interact with anyone that is a member of this platform. Today, we have more than 10,000 PMO professionals participating actively in this platform. Many resources, articles, podcasts, videos, courses. So everything is there. It's for free, and I'm sure that you'll find valuable material if you have a chance to access it. And basically, that's what PMOJ is. You can connect with me. As I said, I'm leading this organization. However, we have our leader for our Europe Hub, that is Christopher Henry. He is the volunteer that leads the PMOJ Europe Hub, doing a good job. We are just starting. Many new things will come up, but we have great expectations to benefit all the community working in close collaboration with our chapters and all PMI members. I'm a member for 26 years, PMI member for 26 years. So I started when I was a baby, right? So you can certainly understand how important is when we have a chance to create something that can last. And that's what I believe that we are doing. We create a strong PMO community that will last and benefit many professionals and many companies.
Wow, thank you so much. Let me steal the screen because we have some questions already popping in to
Absolutely.
slide. Oh my God, wait a second. I sharing the wrong one. Oh, no, the correct one. So the question is, America, what is the difference between
Very good.
courses and masterminds? Are courses
Yes.
masterminds available for free?
That's a good question. Actually, let me tell you something. When we say courses, there are courses and courses, right? So there is a difference between them. If you go to PMI.org, for example, you will find a specific course that is an official e-learning, right? That can help you to get certified. Okay, this is the official e-learning, PMI learning. However, in our online community platform, PMOJ online.pmi.org, you will find other courses, right? We are creating them step by step, but these courses, they are not the official PMI learning, so usually they are for free, and they can be developed by PMOGA, it means by me and my team, but most of them, the plan is that they can be developed by our members. So, for example, a specific course on how to develop value propositions for PMOs. We can invite someone from our community and you can create this course and we can make it available as a community-based course at our online platform. So it's important to say, something about the difference between these two initiatives. One, at PMI.org, at the e-learning area, you'll find the official courses. The PMOJ community-based courses you will find at our online platform. Okay. Masterminds are something new, very, very, very new. Masterminds will be officially launched in the second semester. Probably we'll have groups by region, and masterminds are for experienced people. So it means that there will be a kind of selection process. People can apply, and if they are selected by the group, it's not by me actually. The group of participants will select the new applicants, and we have a kind of yearly annual program focused on experience exchange in some important topics and development and innovation, right? So it's something new. It will be officially launched in the second semester, but this is something different, and it's not only online. It's something that will also happen in person, okay? So in the second semester, you'll find more information.
Wow.
There is another one. Can I join PMOJ online platform with PMI.org account, or should be onboarded as a new account? It's a new account. And why? Because our platform is a legacy platform. We brought from the legacy PMOJ before the acquisition. It's really good. But PMI is now acquiring a new platform that will be extended to other of our internal communities, but this platform is quite more complex. It should be launched in the next few months, so this process is in progress, right? So now it's not integrated on Propose, so it's still our legacy platform, but it's really, really great, right? So if you join, you'll see that, but you have to create a new account. Okay.
Noted. Sounds great.
Wow.
So just create an account and get access to all the benefits of the PMO platform, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you go also to pmoga.pmi.org, you can find more information about us, our main projects. We are every week we are adding some additional information. And the most important thing, if you need anything else, keep in touch directly by LinkedIn or email, right? My email is americo.pinto@pmi.org, and I will be happy with my team to assist you.
Thank you so much. Anyone has any questions, last minute questions, or we're moving forward? I know I have muted most of you. No, not most of you. I have muted the possibility, like remove the possibility to unmute yourself. But if you have anything, I will just enable this opportunity now so you can speak up.
Absolutely.
Sounds like not for now. America, thank you so much for this, brief overview. We all know that there are definitely much more underneath all items that you have highlighted, and there is so much work of, and so many people have been involved to create things. Indeed, valuable knowledge, and
Absolutely.
yeah. Thank you so much for
if
sharing.
anyone wants a little more technical information about the guide, about the PMO valuing, I suggest that you access the PMOJ online platform, right? That one that I told you, and you will find a video. It's a almost 90-minute video that with my presentation to PMI Austria chapter in Vienna a couple of weeks ago. It's a very deep presentation, so you can see more details because the focus is more technical, not like today. So it will be a good chance for you to take a look on the guide before downloading and reading it, because that's what you have to do, right? Download the book and read it, and your feedback will be very, very welcome. Thank you very much, all of you. It's a pleasure. Anytime you need me or PMOGA, feel free to keep in touch.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, we are moving forward, and let me go to our next topic, which is Global PMO Awards, and let's delve into Ukrainian success stories presented by Yulia Nikolaeva, who is PMP, PMI, PMOCP, and Lean Black Belt certified. Yulia is an expert in building project management offices in Ukraine, and she is also a trainer in project management and agile. With 20 years of experience in project management and organizational change, Yulia has built PMOs from scratch in banking, energy, metallurgy, and the public sector. Currently, she is leading projects at First Ukrainian International Bank, one of Ukraine's largest banks, where she has transformed the PMO into the key driver of change. Their PMO was ranked first in Ukraine and second in Europe PMO Global Awards and won Best Agile and Hybrid Strategies in 2024. She is also a mentor of PMO leaders and develops internal schools for project managers, scrum masters, product owners, and lean specialists. You can find the QR code how to find Yulia on LinkedIn and connect with her if you have more questions or proposals. So Yulia, stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. Today I will tell you about PMO Global Awards and our success stories and Ukraine success stories. PMO Global Awards, a bit about PMO Global Awards. Yes, it is competition for PMO that where PMO recognizes the best project management offices in the world. PMI PMO Award, they celebrate PMOs that help organizations succeed. Top professionals and experts in project management from all over the world honor PMOs that bring new ideas that helps organizational grow and make, of course, projects successful in different industries. I want to tell you about a bit stories about companies who won the nominations in this PMO Global Award. Please, could you? Yes. Ukraine is the most maybe became one of the most awarded nations in the PMO Global Award because every year we won something. It means Ukraine. Yes, for example, 2020, Itera won Europe PMO of the Year. They became they received the first place in Europe. Itera, it is a Ukrainian branch of Norwegian IT company with large operations in Ukraine. And it delivers IT and business services with a focus on efficiency and innovation. Their ability to manage complex international projects has been key to their success in PMO Global Award. Okay, then in 1 year, 2021, Raiffeisen Bank received the same nomination again, first place in Europe. Yes, Europe PMO of the Year. I think you know this bank, this Ukrainian bank, part of Raiffeisen Group. And they demonstrated exceptional project management in implementing large-scale digital transformation initiatives. Then we again bank, it's my bank and my PMO. In 1 year, we placed the second place in Europe in this award. We implement lots of large-scale projects, and it is M&A projects, change management projects, and we received our nomination also because we work more with culture. Yes, we implement the culture of continuous improvement. That's why we earned this recognition in PMO Global Award. Again, in 1 year, 2023, Intelias, it is as well IT company. It is Ukrainian IT company. They won Europe Cup. Yes, they became the best European PMO of the year. And they was recognized and they received this nomination for their because they managed large-scale projects across various industries, contributing to their success in the award. And in 1 year, PUMP, it's last year we received PUMP. We received a nomination in like best agile and hybrid strategies, PMO strategies. Yes, this year we also really want to win something. Okay, next slide. And I want to tell about this competition. You must first stage, this application stage, it is now completed. Now 4 companies from Ukraine applied to this competition this year. We also this competition have 6 criterions. It is first PMO evolution. It is about how and when you developed your PMO and how we grow your PMO. Then client service excellence. It is about services that PMO offers to its clients and stakeholders. Then it is best practices. I think you know what is it. It is about methodologies and techniques. Okay. For it is innovation adaptability, how PMO has implemented in innovative decisions, solutions, community engagement and culture. It is about how you implement culture and share experience, for example, lessons learned, and value creation and impact. It is the most valuable, significant criterion. It is about benefits delivered by PMO to their customers, stakeholders, and so on. Okay, next slide, please. Then what will be? It will be 3 stages. Now the first stage, evaluation. First stage, it is evaluation stage. All nominees are divided into groups and compete against one another on their group. Then regional knockout stage, where each region compete to determine the regional winners. It is about across region, yes, Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East, and the Americas. And then world final, it is the final phase when regional winners compete to each other, and one of them will become the best PMO in the world. Okay. It is all information that I wanted to share with you. I encourage you to take part maybe next year to this competition. Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
Okay, my next colleague will tell you how to do your PMO the best.
Yeah, it's true. You know, as I heard one time when America was sharing the story of how PMO awards was originated, he mentioned that America is from Brazil, and in Brazil they love football. So basically, this process, as you can see it here, is based on like how World Cup happens when teams play against each other. Yeah, as Yula mentioned, Natalis and Ko will share insights about understanding the PMO value, which is the most valuable thing we do in organizations. Natalia is Vice President of Programs in East Europe Foundation. She was certified as Project Management Office Practitioner PMO CP by PMO GA since 2019, and she is already PMI PMO CP certified since February this year. Since 2019, she became a judging committee member in PMO UA Awards and PMO Global Awards, shaping, and helping us to find those, gems in companies who would be winning the Europe region. She is establishing PMO in nonprofit organizations, subject matter expert in reviewer of PMI PMO practice guide. And Natalia, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Stefania. Hello, colleagues. Thank you very much, Stefania, for presentation of my experience. Natalia Slinko, I represent the East Europe Foundation. This is not-for-profit organization with a wide portfolio of programs and projects that we are implemented at the national level and regional and local level. We have on board the program of national scale in different spheres, in digitalization, humanitarian response, civil society development, international advocacy. I very well remember a day in October 2019 when America came to Kiev. He delivered on-site event, after which I gained certification of PMO CP by Global Alliance. And actually, the idea of PMO captured me totally. I felt that we need such an entity, such a function in our organization. Since the time we went through the comprehensive period of work, full of work by creating of project management-oriented culture within the organization, we went through the comprehensive development of PM capacity of our program staff, and actually, and finally, we established a project management office. In non-for-profit organization, establishing of such a function is not an easy deal, actually. And today I'll be sharing insights of PMI PMO practice guide about PMO value, and also my personal experience of establishing PMO in the organization. Actually, the picture that we was shown in the previous slide, this was captured in one of the events when we promote PMO concept or PMO idea for our partner organization, not-for-profit organization across Ukraine. So we, as one of the leading organization in the non-for-profit sector, we also focus on promotion of best practice in PM and PMO standards across the non-for-profit sector in Ukraine. So what is PMO? What is value of PMO? Actually, PMO and understanding of PMO value is a crucial element for PMO success. We are all people who are working in professional sphere of PM and PMO development. We need to understand that PMO is something on the top of practice, PM and project management, project and program management, portfolio management, it's in the system of the organization. So we need to understand that this particular division, it doesn't gain tangible profits. It's everything that PMO provide services that PMO offer to internal clients, it's something to be evaluated by persuasion of these customers. So what is general approach? What's finding shows the global experience? The global experience directly shows that PMOs doesn't consistently generate perceived value for their customers. It can be put under question. If your clients, if your customers within the organization do not recognize or persuade the values that provide PMO or offer PMO, this operation of such a PMO in the organization could be discontinued. We see, Stefania, we can move to the next slide, please. We see that in the concept of PMO, customer is a key element. So who are they? Who are the customers of PMO in your organization, in your company? Here we can say about two categories of customs, PMO customs and PMO stakeholders. All customers are stakeholders, but no stakeholders are customers. How to identify these two groups of people or group of stakeholders within your organization? First of all, let's put attention who are your direct customers within the organization. So we can see that customers is a group of people who directly utilize services of PMO. They can provide direct feedback on what they receive and how they value the services and how they value how they estimate value that include that provide within such services. So the main group of your internal customers is the project managers. Of course, they use tools, methodology, approach that you suggest for within the organization and expect delivering of success in a project of their in management of their project. The next group of PMO customers is a program manager. They are seeking for help and suggestion from PMO in dependency of the project within the program, in resource allocation. They expect some values from PMO to overcome the deficit of resource, for example. The next group of your customers could be portfolio managers who expecting some insights or data or suggestion for decision making at the portfolio level. It could be this is like another level of services and results and values that you need to generate for this particular group of customers. Also, senior managers within the organization, this is a separate group of your customers. So you need to understand what is on the table of each particular group of people within the organization, and provide and help them to make their work. If you are variable partner for each particular group of internal customers, you will be on the safe side as a PMO. So relation management is a key approach for understanding what is the real needs of each particular group of customers and provide them services and results they need. From time to time, it depends of organizational specific of sector, etc. PMO also can manage with the external clients of the organization. In particular, in case of EF, such a group of external customers is our partner organization, non-for-profit organization in Ukraine. So which them we also working on promoting such a standard, and somehow they also use services that generate project management office in our organization. But who are PMO stakeholders? This is a broader group of people which expect some interest in PMO operation within the organization, but at the same time is affected by PMO operation within the organization. They very often expect just not direct value, direct services, but somehow they expect to receive indirect value of PMO operations. It's a bit complicated story from my point of view, but at the same time, if you are professionals who work at the PMO level, you need to understand expectation of stakeholders, because stakeholders absolutely is capable to make a decision that will influence the PMO operation within the organization. So let's move further and understand what is the distinguish between expectation of such two groups. So PMO customers and PMO stakeholders. We need to identify such groups for ourselves as a PMO professionals, and utilize a certain approach to bring the values that will be persuaded by these particular groups. First of all, we need to prioritize our efforts with working with particular groups of people. So customers will use and indirectly utilize the services you provide. You need to understand the maturity of your customers at all levels. It's very much a very important element of persuading value of services that value of services and value of PMO generated by PMO is a tailored communication. We need to understand to which group of people we provide information and we provide insights as generated by PMO. We need to understand what the level of digitalization needs to be provided, for example, to the project management and to senior management of the organization. It's very much important because sometimes if people who is working on PMO is very much professional, they are, very easily, they're easily using very specific professional definition, abbreviation. Sometimes, from time to time, it's a bit overwhelming your customers. You need to be very tailoring in communication in order to be clearly catched by your customers and your stakeholders. And of course, measuring on success. This is very important because we need to measure a very practical success provided by PMO, and at the same time, we need to understand what is the indirect value provided by PMO. So I would say that establishing of key performance indicators for measuring success and value generated by PMO, it's a key element in order to go and checking through these key points and understand is we are on the right way, or we need to adjust something in our operation and providing services within the organization. As a beauty, value in the eye of beholder. It's a very truth phase that I like very much, actually, and it's underline the key element of generating PMO. This is generating value by PMO, but because generators of value, it's not like a stable situation. It's a journey, it's a process, and if you are generating value, you also observe changing of professional maturity of your customers, and you need to observe and keep in focus to this parameter in order to understand if whether your customers are pretty much mature to understand the value, the service you provide, and the value that potentially could be generated for organizational success. Please keep in mind this particular paradigm, and I believe it will ensure the right balance in PMO for stabilization PMO activity in your organization. PMO Global Practice Guide provides some key elements that shows us that we are providing very much requested services within our operation. Stefania, let us move to the next slide. Yes, as I mentioned, customers persuade of customers by customers that values that you generated is very much related to the maturity of your stakeholders and also PMO customers and PMO stakeholders as well. What does it mean exactly in practice? If in case of customers of PMO, it's pretty much understandable. For example, in the case of stakeholders, we need to be very careful and understand expectation of stakeholders. For example, if we're talking about leadership of the organization, he or she cannot be obliged to be a professional in project management. At the same time, he needs to understand what is the direct value provided by PMO will help them to lead organization into the strategic success, to make the strategic decision that is based on the value provided by PMO. At the same time, if we are not clearly communicate value, or the value is not persuaded by key stakeholders, they are absolutely capable to make a decision of stopping activity of the PMO because he or she doesn't understand the value that provided by this entity within the organization. So now we are moving to the next slide, and let me stop in a set of elements of PMO value perception. Of course, practice guide collects the global practice that help us to understand what is the best practice in order to evaluate in quality and quantitative measure of PMO success and gained value provided within the organization. First of all, it's improved project success and resolves the problem of resource allocation. By providing tools and techniques developed by PMO and promoted by PMO, project managers and program managers should be able to identify more easy practice within the organization, more easy achieving of success, and within the organization need to be eliminated this tension of resource allocation. Sometimes it's very crucial situation within the organization. Risk management is a second sphere of generating value by PMO activity. PMO needs to provide some tangible and understandable services that helps project and program manager to avoid issue that can be potentially make to be like a risk within the operational cycle. Also, one of the key elements of PMO value perception is increasing efficiency and cost savings for organization. Here, I would say this is the area of generating such an indirect value that PMO in organization can provide. Improved decision-making process. Here we can understand that PMO will be able to help to provide necessary data, to collect necessary insights, to help people at all levels make their decisions. So especially if we're talking about strategic decision of the organization leadership, here are this sphere of PMO activity and value generation. Clear communication with stakeholders and customers. As I mentioned, this is very important to understand how and in what particular definition and how to say level of complexity we need to communicate our services and expectations, what we are generated for a particular group of customers involved in PMO activity. And of course, a strategic alignment. Here is I would say the most difficult sphere for PMO activity from my point of view, actually, because we are a professional who works in the PMO office. Very often they are project or program managers, professional with certain backgrounds, etc. And understanding of all the results and all the topics, all the insights of project and program management, they need to understand how they align with the strategy of the organization. So they need to be aware of the task and topics at all level of the management, in all management level within the organization. At the same time, this is like elements that we need to understand and keep in mind, just to understand whether PMO provide value or probably not. At the same time, the practice guide provide another set of elements that PMO professional, I'm sure. I'm sure need to have on table and from time to time secretly observe or monitoring such a warning sign. Why I'm talking secretly? Because PMO professional needs to do everything to avoid such a sign, appearance such a sign in the organizational context. Because if we are professional, we need to understand that if we observe such a warning sign, something is going wrong. If we are not invited in very important strategic, for example, meeting within the organization, if our customers do not understand a level of support that we provide, if we are facing with absorbing with limitation of function, for example, of PMO and many other elements, it is a warning signs for successful PMO. We need to adjust our activity. We need to adjust services that we provide within the organization, and do and understand what need to be changed in project management operations. And let me move forward with the key framework that is, I would say, the crucial element, a crucial mechanism that combine many elements and the elements all together ensure shift of the PMO from the tactical overhead within the organization to a partner for strategic alignments and activity as a strategy partner for organizational success. So this is here we can you can see diagram with at the first glance a bit complicated, but it's not complicated actually in the practice utilization. In the center of this diagram, we see the PMO customers and all the elements of this particular framework that help us to provide value, to generate value. Of course, we need to understand our customers. We need to understand, be very well known with organizational baseline elements such as organizational culture, maturity of the organization in terms of PM. We need to understand structural components of PMO, and we need to utilize element of providing services, designing, exploring, utilization of services that we suggest within the organization we offer for our clients and customers. And of course, the most important, I would say, the key element of this particular PMO value ring framework is the value generating PMO flywheel. And here I would stop because this particular topic will be covered by my colleague Victoria. But if you have questions, comments on the PMO value topic, please, I would happy to answer, or now or further after meeting. Let's be in touch, and I'm sure PMO establishment and operations organization is very interesting topic that is capture professionals very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Natalia. And as you mentioned, we're moving further into PMO practice guide key insights, which Victoria Hanchirova would share with us. She is PMP certified, and she is an experienced PMO leader with 10+ years in IT project management. She has built a high-performing PMO in an IT outsourcing company, achieving an average NPS of 85% and CSAT of 95% over 4 years. Victoria is an active volunteer in PMI Ukraine Chapter since 2021, and she is an active recently elected president of PMI Ukraine Chapter. Victoria has been a jury member of PMO UI Awards in 2023 and PMI Ukraine Excellence Awards in last year. She is an honored speaker of PMO PMO Online Day and Kiev PM Day, and choose PMI Future 50 in 2024 on the record opinion, project management standards and career paths in Ukraine. I will stop sharing my screen as we agreed that Victoria will start sharing hers. So yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Steph. And while I'm sharing my screen, you have a great opportunity to scan the QR code that you can see in my near my shoulder or near Stefania's shoulder and donate again. I want to remind that this is a charitable event, so please support the foundation and donate again, because you know that we all need to support our veterans. And you should be able to see my screen and to see the presentation. Okay, that works. I just want to give Stefania some piece of rest. So let me start from the small speech about my career path as a head of PMO. So 5 years ago, when the idea of PMOs became really popular in the small Ukrainian IT companies, but honestly, no one know what is it and how to build this and what's the entity. We just knew that, okay, our big colleagues, they have this entity inside the organization and they are successful, and probably we need something something similar, and we will succeed as well. That's why we, for the long years in IT area, we had some confusion of this entity value, of this entity services, of this entity level of authority inside the company. And that's why we still have many confusing titles and vacancies, like something that called head of PMO role. In reality, it's just a leader of project management team, which is not the bad situation, especially for a small company, but I'd say that's a misinterpreting of PMO role and its influence to organization. And I'm extremely thankful to the people who wrote the PMO practice guide, because now we have something that clearly defines the role of PMO in organization, the methodologies on how to build, how to operate, how to bring the value to its customers. And I'd like to mention here our fellow colleagues from Ukraine, Natalia, who already shared the knowledge with us, Eugene Vishnevetsky and Vladimir Oros. They contributed to PMO practice guide, and I'm so happy to see the contributions of Ukrainians to worldwide standards. We started from 7th PMBOK in 2021 probably, or 2022, I can't even remember the date of release, with contributions of Roman Reznikov. Hopefully some of contributions to PMBOK 8 will be posted as well, and our names will be in this standard as well. And we have this contribution to PMO practice guide. So now for all participants of our webinar, guys, keep the eye on the PMI's post, on the chapter's post about the public standards review, because we actually have many. Now we have the guidance about artificial intelligence and project management. We have the public review of this guidance. I suspect that we will have the portfolio management guidance for public review soon. So keep an eye and find the time for early access from one point of view, and to contribute your knowledge and your experience to PMI standards, because it's very important for our country, and it's very important for our big worldwide community, because we have a great experience. We have many talented project professionals. So I just want to encourage you to do that. And anyway, the PMO practice guide. So me personally, as a PMO practitioner, I have something to rely on. I have something to mention. I have not only the PMBOK and portfolio management guide and program management guide to build the next PMOs on my path. And I want to share some key insights and explorations before maybe my thoughts on PMO Flywheel. And I'm thankful to Eugene, who put these insights together for me and encouraged me to share it. So the first one is we all who ever worked on PMO structures, we know these classical definitions, we have three types of PMOs, right? We have supportive, controlling, and directive PMOs. We have the difference between them, and we know what is the PMO type in the organization we are working in. But sometimes the type of PMO is not really clear. So everything was clear with directive PMO, right? So we have project managers in this PMO. We serve directly in project management for organization. Okay, we are directive PMO. But the difference between controlling and supportive PMO sometimes is not so obvious. And it's hard to tell, and it's hard to authorize the PMO, and it's hard for PMO head to understand the services that PMO can provide because of just this uncertainty, what the type is and what the authority actually is. And in PMO practice guide, from first point of view, we have many types. Really, it's more than 20, I believe. But if we read these guide carefully, we can build this perception of PMO based on level and on level of influence, actually. And this image, this diagram, it really helps to understand what is the PMO that we are working on, what should be the level of authority, what should be the permissions for this PMO leader and PMO employees, and so on. So we can define a PMO on the lowest project or program level, where the PMO is built just to actually run some project or run some program, and this PMO will be closed actually with project closing or with program benefit realization. We can have a functional or departmental PMO or portfolio PMO, where the PMO will be a functional entity that is responsible for some portfolio or for all company projects. This company is relatively small, combined into one portfolio. So as I can see, we usually see this level of PMO kind of this level of PMO in small companies. So something that I started with, small PMOs in small IT companies, that's definitely would be portfolio PMO. with some exceptions, of course, but but still. We also can observe the Center of Excellence or Governance PMO, the PMO that sets standards of project management across all organizations. This PMO is like the main mission of this PMO, the main service of this PMO is standardization from one point of view and professional development, the development of project managers from other point of view. And usually we can see this level of PMO in big IT companies, right? So that's something kind of supportive PMO, but understanding the level of its operations means like we have better understanding of its customers, of its stakeholders, and of its influence. And the last one, last but not the least, because I believe that's the most influential PMO, is the strategic PMO or enterprise PMO. Definitely, the strategical support is one of key PMO services. And in this PMO, we take an active role is in company strategy definition and execution. So we can suggest something, we can facilitate something, we can bring this value to the organization to help the organization to build the strategy. Of course, probably in the very large companies, they already have the like strategic board and they already have a big experience in strategy creation. But still, the project professionals who work in PMO, they can bring the value, they can bring the perception, they can bring the insights and lessons learned from the lowest level of like project execution to the enterprise level, to the strategic level. And these considerations should be became a part of strategy, because this strategy in the end of the days will be implemented through the projects, through the project management, right? So that's the first insight, a way to identify a type of your PMO. The second one is a PMO lifecycle scenarios. So they are described in PMO practice guide as well. So here I just encourage you to read this guide, because it is like very practical and bring you a lot of understanding on what's going on, especially if you want to build your career as PMO head. So what we can say here, I'll be brief because I see we're a bit out of time. So at the first level, we can have a potential PMO. So we have some inner feeling that we need to build a PMO, right? We have someone who can lead this activity, or we understand that we need we need to hire someone to lead this activity. We're trying to understand the type of PMO and its influence and its role in organization. The next one is a kickoff stage, when actually the role of PMO in organization is defined. Role, as I said, all the rights and authorities and level of operation and so on. Of course, this stage is connected with the maybe hiring or promoting of right person to the leading position. Then we have a growing PMO where we are starting to understand the services we should provide. We are trying to provide these services. We are trying to collect the feedback on them. We are trying to make them better, actually, right? And the next stage is thriving, where we actually we have everything defined. We have all the services set, all the procedures set. We can just operate. But from this stage, we can return to the previous one to review our services in the best case scenario. Or sometimes, or usually, we go into crisis stage because it is that's the process that is very similar to organizational life cycle, and the life cycle of such as entity as a PMO will be like as a life cycle of small organization inside the organization, I'd say. So we go into crisis stage where our approach they doesn't work, they doesn't fit current challenges. And from this crisis, we can move to the growing, right? We can make some conclusion, we can analyze some events, some actions, find some action points, or we can go to the stage where our PMO will be like we will slowly dead, I'd say. So that would be a decline stage where our customers I'd say they don't perceive the PMO value. They don't understand what is the like tribe of freaks that want to create some template, some documentation by template, or some practice, or so on. And the last one is collapse, where PMO doesn't bring the value to company, and it's just it can like be as a just additional organizational unit that is that exists on the paper, or it could be reorganized. So maybe the team will be changed, maybe the responsibilities, maybe the services, and so on. And on this stage, start from potential stage and go through this life cycle again. Of course, the collapse stage for the for the project or program PMO, it will be the final stage, because as project is a temporary activity and it should be closed on some point. The PMO that serves the one big project also will be closed at this moment. But for other types, this life cycle is usual, and of course it's better to keep in the middle of this life cycle and set the feedback gathering procedures, set the lessons learned collection to understand, set the assessments to understand where we are, and do we need to take some action points to prevent our move into the last two stages. And the conception of PMO Flywheel can help us with this, to strive in this, to survive, sorry, in this life cycle. So the PMO Flywheel, as already mentioned by Americo, as already mentioned by Natalia, you saw these pictures today. You saw it twice probably. So let me start maybe with some explanation. So what is the flywheel? That's a hard word maybe for Ukrainians, but that's in mechanics. That's a heavy wheel that requires a significant effort to start spinning. But once in motion, it continues to rotate with its own momentum. In Ukrainian, I hope the most part of our participants are Ukrainians today. So in Ukrainian, we have a great analogous as a machovik, right? So we start spinning this wheel, and we should support this spinning, but every effort will add more and more and more value to this spinning. So in business, this term is borrowed from Jim Collins' business philosophy. In business, the flywheel effect refers to the idea that sustained incremental efforts can create a self-reinforcing loop of success. You also, all of you are chapter members, and you already aware of new PMI strategy, and there are the same term for Flywheel, but for like PMI strategy, that's a little bit different thing. So I'll try to be brief. So in PMO Flywheel, we have 10 steps. We start from, I will not dive deep into each step because you can find a lot about each step in the PMO practice guide. So we start from awareness building. We should explain our customers and our stakeholders what is the PMO role, what are the services, what is the value we can bring on their lives. Then we go to the needs assessment stage, where we should understand like who are our customers and what do they need actually from PMO, because there are many services in PMO practice guide, and like starting from I'd say I knew about 10 classical services that PMO can provide, but in PMO practice guide I saw 25 or 26, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we can try to provide all the services, or we can pick them randomly, but it's always better to understand the need of our customer and provide the services that serves this need. And from this needs assessment, we create the value proposition of our project management office and start the service development. So on this stage, knowing our customers, we can provide them with right services they expect from us. On the next stage, we will provide the service onboarding to customers for their understanding on how does it work, on like what are the benefit of each service, what are the like procedure of service usage, and so on. And move to service operation stage, where our service actually operate. But of course, with service monitoring stage, where we should set the performance indicators, the metrics, and so on, to understand if this service meets our customers' expectations. Then, of course, based on these performance measurements, we will do the service improvement. And then we will move to the value delivery stage, where this service actually delivers a value to our customers. And last but not the least, because there is interesting moment, we should perform the value recognition stage, where we openly communicate the value to our customers and explain them what are the value of PMO working in organization. And from this stage, we can move to the first one, awareness building, but this like new one, this new spin of Flywheel will require less effort, right? Because we already do some work, we already did some work. We passed this stage with value recognition, where we explained and communicated the value PMO can bring to customer. And it is easier for us to build the awareness next time. So according to this conception, each spin will be easier and easier and requires like less effort. That doesn't mean that we don't need to apply any efforts for the like next one, because we always should monitor, we always should collect feedback, we always should improve. But still, we should communicate our work, our value. We should build the awareness openly, so that in PMO practice guide, there are not only this beautiful picture. So what did I discover personally for my work? First of all, for each step of, let me rephrase. That's one of most practice guide, like practical practice guide in my life. So for each step of Flywheel, we have advice of implementation, we have tools and techniques, really well described, better than in PMBOK for my taste, personal. We have like information, we have examples of performance indicators, key objectives, and etc. For each step of Flywheel, we have a self-assessment for PMO. We have a self-assessment example questions and scores that can help you to like understand what is your position, let's say, on this step. We also this also last but not the least, as usual, we have many appendices, and those appendices include also customer expectation assessment, service maturity assessment, where you can find the list of services PMO can provide, and you can each service described in 5 levels to assess like what is the level of this particular service. You can also build something like a stakeholder engagement assessment matrix, but your service maturity assessment matrix, and list the like current level and the desired level of maturity of each service, and create a strategy on how to achieve this level of maturity, because not all the services should be on the highest level. Yeah, Stefania, it's the last slide for me. So what I wanted to say here, I just highly recommend to read this guide to like understand and apply the practices that you find interesting and important for your PMOs, and even suggest your PMO leader, if you are working in PMO but not lead it, suggest to implement this guide into your work. Thank you so much. And Steph, I should release the screen, right?
Yeah, you can, or you can just tap another screen. Anyways, let me share mine then. It was great. Thank you so much for sharing. I know that we're a bit short in time, and the topic is much bigger than 1.5 hours. So at least let's try to answer a couple of questions that you have guys voted the most. And in the order, the first one is for you, Leah. How much does efforts cost PMO awards participation for organization? Interested how it was improved, PMO excellence. It's PMO excellence after report in your bank. If you can answer this question if it's not under NDA. Yeah, let me check, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, because I can't speak. Okay, about this question, participation is free. Yes, if you only want to participate in this competition, it is free. But usually we spend money for creating a video about our PMO, and the prices depend on your budget, on your what do you want. That's why every year it is different. For example, last year it was maybe 3 times bigger than this year. Yes, this is my answer.
Thank you so much. And as the last question that we can answer today is for Natalia. What do you think is core difference in PMO value delivery in NGO and profit organizations in our Ukrainian environment nowadays?
Okay, thank you for this question. I'm just considering the answer. The project management office in our organization, in particular, established in the form of a center of excellence. So our main focus is providing necessary support to our project and program manager in order to ensure quality management and ensure project-oriented, result-oriented program and project management. At the same time, to collect and provide necessary insights for portfolio groups and senior leadership for making strategic alignment of our project program activity with the strategic goal of the organization. It's probably not correctly from my point of view and my understanding, to compare a commercial company and non-for-profit organization, because based on the approach that also very good described in the practice guide, it's very much PMO model and PMO value is very much related to the internal organizational context. So to be able to respond somehow in details, we need to compare organizational context of a particular company or particular organization. So for a not-for-profit sector and for our organization in particular, now we faced on the requirements of international partners for quality management. That's why we need to be professional, we need to be qualified, we need to be certified, and shows reliable of our organization in terms of providing results. So what is expecting from your partner, from your leadership, from PMO that operates within the company? It's probably a topic for a side discussion, but very interesting actually. From my very small comments, one more comment. We don't have profit. Very often, from my point of understanding of view, in the commercial sector, it's a bit easier to understand how to allocate source of funds for operation of PMO. Company has a profit, and a part of this profit can be allocated for overhead activity. Like a PMO, it's an internal service provider, so we need to understand that it's require a certain cost for supporting. In our particular case, we don't have profits. We need to somehow distribute activity or cost related to PMO activity within our whole operation. So we, leadership organization, need to understand and feel the profit or feel the value of this overhead activity within the organizations. We need to every day support this understanding with a practical show of experience of values that provided for organizations. That's why this is, from my point of view, the best differences. But in particular cases, it's great to discuss actually. Thank you for this question. It's very important.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you for staying with us for entire 1 hour, like 90 minutes. And yeah, please donate and share the word about this webinar, about the charitable aspect through social media. We will share an email with you with post-pack information, where you can find the recording as well. We will work on that. So yeah, we're really grateful that you've been with us. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, colleagues. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.